Hello there, it is I, Lynx, absolutely tired after running tonight. I don't know what it is, but as of late those runs like completely get the energy out of me. So I'm sitting to this quiet late, 2:30 in the morning. Luckily technically today is a day off for me, as there is some kind of holiday, whatever it is. So let's lead to Under the Witch's Trial, and let's probably finish it? I think so. Let's go. On the morning of the third day, Kurosaki, Layla, and I stand at the entrance of the woods. Even out here, the Empyrean forest is already gloomy and foreboding. Does anyone else get really bad vibes? Hey. Not particularly. Leave it to the OP protagonist to be all aloof about this. Why do your grandma choose to live in a place like this?
I wish I had a satisfactory answer.
And her response was mechanical and devoid of motion. Come on, Lala, now that we're here, at least act like you're not trying to hide something. Like that Mimosa might be your mother, grandmother, I guess. Because we are searching for a grandmother, right? How am I supposed to work with these two as party members? I sigh, lift my foot to take a step and then look down. A snail slithers by an inch from my foot. Oh my god. What a nightmare. I'm out. Drop whatever demons you want, but not snakes, okay? Not snakes. If there are snakes, give me a goddamn flamethrower, and we are getting rid of all of them. Fuck. Why would such a thing be created?
Get it away from me!
Okay, maybe I wouldn't have that kind of reaction, but still. That? What, that little snake?
Allow me.
Lyra raises her staff in the air and begins chanting under her breath. A small fireball forms in the air, but... Wait, don't just kill it! Lyla stops chanting and looks at me in surprise.
Did you not wish me to destroy it? But you asked.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to get away from it, but it's not like I did anything wrong, right?
What? Good! It's a snake! Eradicate them all! Come on!
Yes. And, you know, as you are at it, pigeons. Let's get rid of them as well. The most annoying creatures, in cities at least. This type of snake is poisonous. It may harm you in the future. Killing it is a reasonable decision.
Yeah, it would be the practical course of action.
But despite their admonishments, neither of them move. The snake hangs about a little more before eventually slithering off into a bush, and I sigh.
Phew. Well, I suppose that's that.
Her voice is oddly relieved. It was like she'd expect me to insist on killing it and had that jump to do it before I could force her to. What kind of life had she had exactly? Right, so if you're done panicking, can you let go now? That was when I finally realized I'd basically jump into Kurosaki's arms to get away from the snake, and was still clinging to his neck. Very closely.
Oh, I
was just a little startled. By such a small creature as a snake, it could not have even been called a monster. Why not? What's this for?
It just caught me off guard.
If you say so, master. He draws out the last word sarcastically. I roll my eyes and notice Lila looking oddly between the two of us before she shakes her head a little.
Well, in that case, I'm glad you're unharmed, but we should keep moving. Time is of the essence. This way, please.
We follow Lina as she leads us through the forest. Although I'd already lost track of how many turns we'd taken long ago, she seems to know the way. You seem very familiar with these woods.
Yeah, I suppose so.
So much so that it's suspicious. I mean, I noticed too, but the way Gross said it is, as he glares at her, crossing his arms, is just too harsh. Lila Levi's. Levi's? A tired look at him. Levi's? I actually don't know.
You have been suspicious of me since the moment I met you.
For good reason. Because your behavior makes little sense. Why would you need help finding the entrance to a forest you know so well?
Oh, well, why are you always suspecting me? I've done nothing wrong.
Is that really so? I'm supposed to be Kurosaki's love interest in the story. Wow, the sound right now. Guiding him as they slowly bond. They're not supposed to be at each other's throats like this. I need to do something. Then, why did you approach my master?
You keep asking me this, but I only have one response. We share a common goal in the woods.
And that goal would be? Okay, look, both of you, just listen for a sec. A couple of pairs of eyes turned towards me. One surprised, one sharp. I found myself rubbing my hands, trying to keep my throat from going to dry. Our priority now is making it through the forest. We can't afford to start fighting here. We entered not long ago. It isn't too late to turn back and plan the trip for another day. Without her.
I would caution you away from navigating alone, but it's your choice.
I cough. Before Kurosaki could seize on her hesitation. Even if Lila's okay with it, I still need her to lead us. We've made a decision. Now, we must stand by it. Arguing about now won't change anything. Because right now, we're allies, right? And if this forest is really that dangerous, then we need to look forward and figure out the best way to work together. So let's just get along, okay? Well, I mentally pat myself on the back for my inspirational words. Neither Kurosaki or Lila look all that impressed. However, they don't challenge me either. I guess that's good enough to stop the conflict for now. But what exactly is it gonna take to get these two to cooperate like a real party? Good question. Lila continues to lead us deeper and deeper into the forest. But the landscape doesn't change, and the turns we're taking follow no rhyme or reason. And I'm already getting really out of breath. Can we take a break? Already? It's not even evening.
I'm not used to such a strenuous exercise.
It was only a stroll through the woods, master. I suppose you would not be used to it. These brat woods with all the sass today before I can return. Lila interrupts us diplomatically.
Yeah, well, perhaps Lord August is right. It's a good time to break, and we have made quite a lot of progress. Let us find a camp for the night. We may resume the next morning.
We spent an hour foraging and setting up a makeshift campsite. It's not pretty by any means, but by evening it seems functional enough. Kurosaki had hunted some sort of ugly looking monster, while Lila and I had managed to find a full bush full of berries, so we had a decent haul, but... Lila was still sitting far away from the fire, away from Kurosaki, who's silently roasting the monster meat over the fire. Neither are speaking. God damn it, I'm an introvert. Why do you want me to try to hold the conversation here? Come on. I do want to make them at least get along. After all, they're the two main characters from the game, and no matter how hackneyed its plot was, this feels wrong. But what would even work? And besides, wasn't I just sending Kurosaki off to die against Mimosa anyway? I keep forgetting that. Try to talk to them again. Leave them be. I'm gonna try to be persistent. Let's try. I shake my head. No. No matter what happened in the end, I still need to figure something out for right now. Still, how do I even start the conversation? All this standard small talk would make no sense here. It might even detonate some landmines. I could ask about Lila or Kurosaki's past, but that might just make Lila clam up and Kurosaki more suspicious. Kurosaki hands a piece of meat to me. I absently take it but grab the meat instead of the skewer.
Ouch! What?
I drop it, wave my hand, wildly try to cool it off. Kurosaki grabs my hand and inspects my fingers. Don't you know how to be careful?
I'm fine.
That's a lie. I'm not fine.
Damn, this hurts way more than when I touched pizza roll straight from the microwave.
That's definitely not me then. Dude, I don't use microwave. I said it again and again. And then again, like instant soups, where you pour water over it, it's probably not much better. Lala seems to notice the pain on my face too.
Oh, it does look quite painful.
And now they're both fusing over me suddenly. How did this happen? Kurosaki glares at Lila a little possessively, but in the end he just turns back to me. It's a mild burn, but we should take it seriously. We don't want the only ranged attacker in our party injured. What do you mean? Lila probably can do ranged attacks as well. I mean, I'll be fine with time, right? It's not that big a deal.
But there is no reason to wait. Allow me.
Lila raises her staff, glowing slightly, and the pain disappears instantly.
Wow.
I flex my fingers. It's like the burn had never happened in the first place.
That's crazy.
Your healing magic is really impressive, huh? Lila says something, but her face is proud. But Kurosaki just looks more annoyed. I could have done simple magic like that. Lila looks at him skeptically, and he turns his glare on her instead. She ends up hiding behind me somewhat. This seems to irritate Kurosaki further. It matters not if you believe me. I've been by Lord August's side for long enough. I know how to care for him far better still.
What is he saying? Why is he getting all jealous? And yet you do not seem to realize.
What'd you say? The aura between them chills. What was Lila going to say? And why does this keep happening?
Only that you should not be so.
Damn it, guys! Look, why are you fighting over who gets to bandage me up or whatever? At this rate, I'm gonna be getting hurt a lot, right? I probably need plenty of healing, so I mean... I suppose you have a point.
You do appear to need both of us to care for you.
They looked at each other, nodded, and are now looking at me as if I'm a wounded puppy. I knew I was trying to stop them from fighting, but is it really my helplessness that's bringing them together? Anyway, now that that's settled. How do you eat monster meat anyway? Kurosaki sighs, but shows me with another piece, holding it by the bone and tearing off a piece with his mouth. I mean, like any other, to be fair, from animals and so on. I try to emulate him and take a giant bite, but it just tastes like slightly burnt, unseasoned chicken. This really needs more salt. And where are we going to go for that in the middle of the woods?
I might be able to help with that.
Kurosaki raises an eyebrow and both of us, but Lila produces a small jar of some odd green powder.
This is made from some of the berries that grow around here. I was working it just now, if you'd like to try.
I don't suppose you'd be stupid enough to try to poison my master this overtly. Before we can start on each other again, I hastily interrupt. I'll try it. I did remember gathering berries with this color, and besides, even if Kurosaki still sounded skeptical, Lila wouldn't be that stupid. I needed to just trust her here. Lila hands over the small jar. I sprinkle some of it over the meat and take a bite. A little hesitantly. Hey, this is pretty good.
You think so?
It didn't make the meat a steak or anything, but the odd, sweetly salty flavor worked pretty well with the monster meat. It was actually edible now. Yeah, it's a good flavor.
I'm very glad you like it. It's a recipe from my people.
Noticing Kurosaki looking a bit miffed, I take another deep breath and hold out my chunk of meat to him as well. Hey, Kurosaki, you should try this too. What? From your hand! He definitely didn't look like he wanted to, but for some reason he grudgingly obeyed anyway, and at least he didn't look angry after taking a bite. I suppose this is decent. Guess that's all the praise Lana is getting out of him. But still it was something. It's okay. That's his way of giving compliments, yeah? But Kurosaki doesn't protest, and the rest of the evening goes peacefully as the three of us quietly eat by the fire together. That's right. But next morning we set off after a quick meal of something foresty that Layla had foraged. At least Kurosaki and Layla didn't start bickering again immediately, but it was still a bit too quiet as we walked along. It's eerie. There is no birds at all.
Yeah, this part of the woods is not too lively.
Said like someone who seems to know these woods far better than she pretends. Here we go again. Come on, Kurosaki. Maybe she just got turned around outside the woods and needed our help finding her way back in. A likely story. And you believe it too, do you? I mean, I didn't really. Layla was clearly trying to hide something badly, but how did I tell Kurosaki why I didn't think she was trying to hurt us?
I noticed it yesterday as well, but that is quite strange. You behave unlike a servantess. Most would not have their heart after speaking this way.
Are you insinuating I am locking?
Only that you seem to as suspicious to me as I must to you, so you're not...
Damn it, I thought we would get through today without this game, but they'd already started off on each other and it was barely noon. I shake my head trying to figure out how to stop them, and then catch sight of something strange. Huh? A large shadow. Its arms and legs were as tall as Kurosaki.
Hey, guys?
If you dare accuse me again, I won't hold back. Oh, okay, stop. I think we have a problem.
Then perhaps I ought to demonstrate the true magical might of my people.
Oh, damn it, you guys, move! Started Layla, and Kurosaki finally turned around just as I pull out my bow and as the monster leaps at us.
A shadow Brantis, it's corrupted beast, be careful!
Kurosaki pulls out his sword and Layla slumps her stuff on the ground. I try to aim my bow, but they're moving too fast. This isn't a turn-based RPG, and if I shoot wildly, I'd hit Kurosaki.
Lord August, please stay out of harm's way!
Layla's chanting as well, standing back from the fray. Her magic must be easier to use than my bow. But I can't just do nothing. I remember this monster. The Shadow Prantis is one of the mini-bosses of the forest, so I can't just let the two of them handle it alone. Looking around desperately, I finally hit on an idea. Damn, epic music.
Should have done more cardio.
Although it's been years since I did any sort of climbing, I somehow managed to hold myself up on the branches of a nearby tree. From above, I can see the battle more clearly. Kurosaki is at the monster's legs, hacking away. Layla stands back and attempts to chant a spell, but keeps getting interrupted by the monster's attacks. While the glow of the monster's red eyes in the woods, I remember this from the game too. The eyes were its weaknesses. I readied my bow, nock an arrow, relaxed my arm and slightly bent my fingers. I line my shoulders, draw the bow back smoothly, anchored at the corner of my mouth, and aim at the monster's left eye. Its thrashing makes things a little tough, but... Stay still. I release. The arrow flies straight and What? You actually... The beast stumbles back, but it turns its remaining eye on me, raises a giant serrated claw, and cuts through the trunk of the tree with one powerful slash.
Oh shit, 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 shit!
Master! It feels like I'm floating. I open my eyes at see Kurosaki's face in front of me. Why is that you keep landing in my arms? I blush furiously. That was the last thing I expected, but... Warrior!
Oh shit, now's not the time!
For once you make sense. Thanks. Kurosaki puts me down, picks up his sword from the ground and runs at the monster once again. The monster's falling back, but it's still wildly struggling and doesn't seem like it wants to fall down yet, just yet, even with Kuro's brutal slashes.
Lord August!
Layla is a little further away, holding onto her concentration at a new cast, but there is warning in her voice as she calls to us.
A cornered brand is in danger, so you must tell Kurosaki to be careful!
Oh shit. That's right, didn't the mini-boss have a special attack that it started using after one I was blinded?
We must restrain it and blind its other eye!
Grey. What? Layla! Kuro! Layla was a little further away, still standing, but Kurosaki had been slumped into the tree and was now on the ground clutching his arm. Hey, are you okay? No, get back! Behind you! I'd thrown up my arm to block it from getting Kuro, and a red stream of blood was spurting from a slash. But I hadn't dropped my bow, and the adrenaline somehow dulled the pain, and I suddenly had an arrow in my other hand. I draw and release it in one smooth motion. The monster finally reels back, staggering, and I reach to get another arrow from my back, but... I'm out. How are you out? You shot two of them.
Damn it!
I dropped my arrows when I fallen out of the tree. Okay. Never mind my accusations there. Edgar's sword is lying too far away to reach, but the monster attacks us again.
You will not harm more in these woods!
Layla? She's leaning against the tree for support, her expression pained, but...
I'll remain strong and return to my kin!
She raises her staff in the air, a cloud of magic gathering, and the monster is dragged towards it.
Ooh.
As the monster struggles, I hook my elbows under Kuro's arms. Wait.
When did I start calling him Kuro?
And start pulling him to safety. Master, what the... Hey, just stay quiet, you're hurt, so... He warily lifts his head as I manage to prop him up against the tree, and we both stare towards Layla and the monster, which has been enveloped by a massive cloud of black, noxious, poisonous gas. Guess monsters can suffocate and feel pain too. I was going to eat us alive 2 months ago, but this is just brutal. To think Layla could do that. I guess this is the way this game... No, this world is full. But to my surprise, I feel Kurosaki's hand on my arm, stealing me, and before I can turn to look at him again... The monster finally collapses, dissipating into shadow as it hit the ground, and there was quiet.
Phew!
Then the pain hits me all at once, and the forest floor is suddenly way closer. Master! Master! Can you stop calling me that? I start to keep my eyes open, but the fatigue threatens to overwhelm me.
Lord August, are you alright?
This looks bad. Damn it, his arm. Alright, I did get slashed earlier. Did the mini-boss have poisoned attacks? This is so embarrassing. I'm fine. Yeah, I just need a moment. Please allow me. Lala stuff glows with healing magic, but...
Ow, 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 stop! No! Why it's not working? Magic should be able to heal all.
Hi, shit, did it poison kill in this game or just bring down to 1 HP? Why couldn't I remember? But then, for some reason, something beyond Lila and Kuro catches my eye. On the tree behind Lila, a familiar figure is sitting. Oh no. Or more like, oh yes. Wait, can you not hide the... Fuck, you can't hide the menu? Aw, that's bullshit. Oh, that's true. This is in Unity. Ugh. Not my games in Unity. Unity sucks. At least for VNs. I don't know how to hide the text box here. What if I click this? That was... okay, didn't do anything luckily enough. I think there was a way to hide the text box. I don't remember how for. Or more like which button. I don't feel like clicking everything. Or more like... Dude, she's beautiful. What on earth was...
Then we must herbs.
What kind of where? The voices were growing fainter as well. Hi. My lord!
Lord August, please hold on!
As my vision goes dark, I can still hear faintly someone telling me to focus on them. I guess that's Kuro and Lila. But there is also another presence here beckoning to me, and if Lila can't heal me, it maybe isn't here to kill me because I'm already dying then. Dude, I really want to focus on Mimosa, you know. Come on, I know she's... well, the villain, but... you know, we can turn her around. Let's give it. Let's see what's gonna happen. I grit my teeth, blocking out the faint voices, and try to turn my head towards that presence. If Mimosa didn't want to kill me, then maybe she's here too. The rest of the world darkens, but I can still feel her with me, much closer now, until... a bright moon nearly filled the entire horizon, and the ground beneath me was water. I was standing on water, what? Wait, where was I? Hadn't I just been in the middle of the forest in a broad daylight with my party? That was quite an impressive show of skill, and now we've managed to make it here as well. I had my doubts, but now I see. You've been fighting your own fate at end all this time, haven't you? Oh. When I turned around, Mimosa was there, and so was the moon. For some reason, no matter where I looked, it was always right there. So it has to be a vision. But even if it was, Mimosa was still too close. I actually would not complain myself. How did you... wait, shit. I shouldn't have said it. I had to make sure Mimosa didn't find out I was... I am a witch, darling. Of course I know a few things about the future and about fate. Such as the fact that you are destined to die at the blade of that swordsman, just as I am. Well, that was fair enough, I guess. I did remember some sort of magic attacks she had. Clairvoyance was probably part of it. At least it didn't sound like she knew about the transmigration. But even so, she definitely knew more than she let on. But she hadn't killed me yet. She was actually talking to me normally, and somehow that made me feel a bit calmer. I just want to get stronger to protect myself. Of course, that's obvious. The power of the moon will not appear just to anyone, you know. Only those with the awareness of their desolate fates and their worthlessness and determination to change it may come to this beautiful sight and gain power. And that is why I have not seen another at this lake in centuries. You are the first who has been like me. I blinked at her for a few moments as I took in her words. But now that I thought about it, it made sense. Mimosa was a villain in the game just like I was. And if she could somehow foretell her own death at Kuro's hands, then we were in the same boat, weren't we? So this like was her power?
But never mind me. I'm simply pleased to see that you are determined to fight your fate to the last as well. You truly are an intriguing human. Do not fail and disappoint me, would you?
Well, but wait, that poisoned cat I got, am I even still alive?
Of course you are. I wouldn't let you die just like that before I'd fulfilled my side of the bargain, now would I? You will... You'll be quite alright as soon as you awaken, I shall guarantee that much.
Oh, thank you?
That is my domain. Death does not exist for me, or those I show my favor to under the moonlight.
I did remember hearing something about that in the game too, yeah. The hero had needed to do something to cancel out the moon's power before killing Mimosa, but I just written it off as a flavor text or useless lore. Dude, that guy is not like me. I would read it. And then I would forget it if anything would. I felt momentarily disgusted at my past self again, and was for thinking like that, while Mimosa was standing right in front of me.
But it's about time for you to return to your little group. We shall speak again very soon, once you arrive here in mind and body tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was tomorrow night. That was the night the real full moon would rise, and the night I was supposed to deliver Kuro to Mimosa.
Fear not, I shall ensure you achieve the power you seek, so long as you do not disappoint me. And then I shall take my end of the bargain and remove that swordsman from our fates permanently.
Okay, but can we go on a date phone?
I look forward to seeing you here again tomorrow.
I opened my mouth to respond, but then everything went dark. Should have asked her out earlier. I don't know how much later it is when I blink my eyes open to see once again the familiar campground. Kuro and Layla are kneeling next to me, but are staring at me oddly. Huh? What?
Your shoulder! You were asleep for most of the day and it's healed itself?
How? None of your magic was doing anything. Or that herb.
I don't know. But well, perhaps this is the evidence of Lord August's latent magical ability.
He has no magic, so how did... Then Mimosa really had healed me. Or it was my own ability, but either way, as Kuro and Layla kept arguing, I found my mind going back. That moon and what Mimosa had told me. Then I really could gain the power to overcome fate, even if it meant sacrificing Kuro. Finally, I managed to quiet Kuro and Layla's discussion by telling them I was still tired, and to stop calling me Lord Togosori and to get to bed. Layla reluctantly turns into sleep, while Kuro heads off on watch, and I find myself falling asleep very quickly. Although I'd been afraid of having odd dreams, I remembered no dreams at all. With that being said, actually we'll cut it short here. I thought we could end in one episode. I think we actually can't. So tomorrow there will be the third episode. That's right. So if you want to watch it and you aren't subscribed yet, consider doing so. That would be very much appreciated actually, as we are on that route to 2,500 people here around, so would be nice to get there. Also, if you enjoyed the video, consider liking it. That would be super appreciated as well. I don't know. Okay, what would you guys do in this situation? Would you allow Kuro to be sacrificed? I kinda would not want that, but at the same time, I also want to go out with Mimosa, so you know. so this was a bit problematic, but I would not sacrifice him, but still go out. We can manage that, right? Not sacrificing anyone and going out with Mimosa. That's the goal. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, Hope you all have a wonderful day. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, as I mentioned. Bye bye.